Welcome to the Innovation Front, the show where we spotlight the bold ideas, groundbreaking technologies, and brilliant minds shaping Africa's future, one innovation at a time. I'm Sarah, and every week we take you behind the stories driving change, from startups reimagining how we live and work, to creators and policymakers redefining what's possible on the continent. This is where Africa's next big leap begins. On Trends Watch this week, these are the innovations we're tracking. Africa's first OpenAI Academy is coming to UNILAG. Google and Apolitical partner with the Nigerian government to train civil servants in AI. New report shows Nigeria's cryptocurrency market is dominated by international players. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, has picked the University of Lagos as the site of the first ever OpenAI Academy in Africa. Now, when I first saw this, my reaction was a mix of surprise and pride. Surprise because, let's be honest, for years, conversations about artificial intelligence have felt like something happening over there in Silicon Valley or London or maybe Beijing. And pride because this signals that the world is finally recognizing that innovation doesn't just happen in the West, it happens in Africa too. So what exactly is this OpenAI Academy about? In simple terms, it's a partnership between OpenAI and the University of Lagos to train and empower Africans with AI skills, from students to researchers to professionals. They're calling it a space to build capacity and create the next generation of African AI innovators. And that's important because if you think about it, we use AI every day now, like the voice assistants on your phone to AI chatbots like ChatGPT and Gemini. But how many people on the continent actually understand how it works or can build with it? This academy is meant to change that. It's saying, instead of just consuming AI tools, Africa should be contributing to how they are built and how they evolve. Now, this isn't just about coding or machine learning courses. From what's been shared, the OpenAI Academy will also focus on research collaboration, innovation challenges, and mentorship, meaning students won't just be learning theory, they'll be applying it to real-world African problems. Think of it like building an empire ecosystem of thinkers, developers, and problem solvers who can use AI to tackle local issues, whether it's improving healthcare systems, optimizing farming, or even preserving African languages through technology. And the timing couldn't be better. We're at a point where AI is becoming accessible enough for anyone with a laptop and curiosity to create something meaningful. So having a hub like this in a leading African university could be the spark that turns curiosity into creation. Now, of course, there are big questions too, like how accessible this academy will be to people outside Lagos, or how it plans to bridge the infrastructure gap that still limits many African learners. But even with those challenges, this move still feels like a turning point. Also, this is not the only move by OpenAI to intensify AI adoption in Africa. The company has also rolled out what you might call a more affordable entry point for its services in Africa. In South Africa, it recently launched local pricing in Rand, and more generally, it launched a new subscription tier called ChatGPT Go. This is significant because cost and access are big barriers. If you can pay in your local currency and see a price you understand, you might be more willing to experiment and build. And if you're a student or early stage startup founder, a lower cost tier means you can use powerful tools and learn to use them without the full premium price tag. So we're seeing two complementary moves. One is educational and the other is commercial. I'm excited for what this shift could mean on the continent. But let's see. Google, in partnership with Apolitical and the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy in Nigeria, have launched a training initiative for Nigerian civil servants to help them understand and apply artificial intelligence in government operations. They're calling this program the AI Government Campus. The training is being delivered via Apolitical's Government AI Campus platform and will include courses covering AI fundamentals, ethical frameworks, and leadership applications for AI in government. What I love about this is it's not just about teaching civil servants how to use tech. It's about shifting how government works. At the launch in Abuja, Bosun Tijani, Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, emphasized that AI is a major productivity driver across key sectors, and the aim is to make AI native to Nigeria's civil service. With this, AI could become an intricate part of how government offices run. Google's regional lead, Adewolu Adene, also pointed out something key. Recently, we've heard some people say Nigeria should worry about basic things first, before AI. But Adene's counter-argument is that the real risk isn't AI. The risk is missing the opportunity. And I agree. Artificial intelligence and national development are not mutually exclusive. They can be done simultaneously, but it is important that we move with the wind. Now, this is important because when public servants understand AI, the decisions that affect millions of citizens like policy, services, and resource allocation can be informed by smarter tools and frameworks. It also opens a path for local innovators. If government departments are getting AI training, they'll need solutions. So they'll need partners who understand local context. And that means opportunities for African tech founders, researchers, and creators. The real question now is, will ministries actually commit real resources to implementing change? And will what these public servants learn turn into measurable improvements in service delivery? Either way, if you're a tech founder, researcher, or developer, I'd suggest you keep an eye on this. Think about what gaps might open in governments that you can fill. Think about how AI could help make public service better, and then meet that need. Now, let's turn to Nigeria's cryptocurrency space, where a handful of international players are taking the lion's share of trading in a country that's widely recognized as one of Africa's hottest crypto markets. A new report called The State of Crypto Adoption in Nigeria 2025 found that in Nigeria, over 90% of crypto trades on centralized platforms are dominated by international exchanges like Binance, Bybit, and P2P channels like WhatsApp. As for local exchanges, they control less than 10% of the market. According to the survey of over 1,850 Nigerian crypto users, 83.2% trade through centralized exchanges, and nearly 8 in 10 Nigerians who use crypto say they use Binance for their trading. This comes as a surprise because the Nigerian government previously had a disagreement with Binance, leading to the suspension of P2P trading on the platform and eventually led to the Binance website being blocked in Nigeria. However, the report says it comes down to liquidity, product depth, and trust. International brands simply offer more tokens, more features, and more global scale than local players. This is a big moment, and here's why. Nigeria has long had a reputation as one of the wanderers in crypto adoption. The country's ecosystem has often been characterized by high interest, vibrant informal markets, and lots of experimenting. But this report shows something more nuanced. There is a structural gap between global platforms and homegrown ones. Local exchanges like Quedex and Roku are trying to build trust and local tailored features. But according to the report, they are still struggling with low liquidity and smaller product sets. So, although many Nigerians are using crypto, much of the economic value is flowing to global platforms. If local companies can't capture more of the value chain, then Nigerian crypto may grow in usage, but not in local entrepreneurship or ownership. Also, the report shows that there is a clear space for Nigerian or African-led crypto platforms that do things differently. Maybe focusing on local fiat crypto pairs because Binance no longer offers that, or focusing on regulatory compliance, educational onboarding, local languages, and community trust. That's all for today. See you next week.